In today's episode, the Toyota Tercel. Welcome back to Quartzlight, your car brochure channel. This channel brings you car brochures like these from around the world for the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even the 2000s. Them decades keep going bigger and bigger, but we do try and cover a lot of different decades on Quartzlight. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at the Toyota Tercel in various different generations. Last week we looked at the Corolla. Well, these were a little bit smaller than a Corolla, kind of like in between a Starlet and a Corolla, and possibly one of the most forgettable Toyotas. You think about Corollas being a bit forgettable in their styling. I think in some ways these were even more so. So, of course, on Quartzlight we have to celebrate them. I say very forgettable, apart from one, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Anyway, if you're interested in this sort of content, please do consider subscribing. It is all completely free. So this episode isn't going to be particularly long, even though we're going to be looking at a few different brochures. I'm going to start with the newest one, 1999. A Canadian brochure showing two models, the Tercel 2-door CE and the Tercel 4-door CE. So presumably the same spec levels in either 2 or 4-door. How imaginative. But we can't put these cars down too much because really these were extremely reliable, capable of doing a lot of miles, and really the average person, that's what they really want. Not interested in a fun car to be exciting to go to work every day. Really just want it to start, get you from A to B and get you home safely. And these cars obviously excelled in that. And of course, they were great value, or outstanding value, as it says here. Let's have a look at some of the text. It tells us the clean aerodynamic design gives Tercel CE a distinctive sporty presence, apparently, and an excited sense of motion and speed. Comfortable 5-passenger seating and a quiet, roomy interior. A fun-to-drive feeling comes from a responsive 1.5-litre DOHC 16-valve 4-cylinder engine that produces 93 horsepower with outstanding fuel economy. The user-friendly instrument panel places all gauges and controls in an open design that's easy to see and use. The 1999 Tercel is our most affordable sedan, and its performance and practicality make this Toyota an exceptional value. And then it introduces the two models. This is your 4-door model. Tercel delivers all the power you want, protects you with advanced safety features, and offers enough space in its roomy interior to seat 5 in comfort. And the 2-door. There's no compromise with Tercel 2-door. Step inside and you'll find the same features and specifications built into the 4-door. And then we get one of these terrible car in motion images, trying to make it look sporty, but it really doesn't, does it? A very forgettable design. I mean, really. Come on, Toyota, you could have done better than that, surely. So this is in Sierra Green Mica, apparently, although typical car brochure doing these speed images, you really can't tell what colour that is. Anyway, going back in time, we can see that it really didn't get any more exciting, really, in its design. I'll read the text, we'll go through these images, and then we'll get to the more interesting models. Again, the text is unusual, trying to make it an exciting car when really should have been promoting how reliable it was, really. Thrill the family with the upscale 1992 4-door sedan LE that offers the kind of room and interior comforts you've always dreamed of but never thought you could own. The 12-valve 1.5-litre EFI engine delivers 82 horsepower this time on drops of fuel, it tells us, with the slick 5-speed manual overdrive transmission and standard power steering. The LE's livelier than ever. The full fabric interior, handy 60-40 split and fold down rear seats, tinted glass and a digital clock, teams new comfort with traditional Tercel value. Here's a look at the LE in emerald mica. Here's the lowly spec two-door DX in torrid red. Just a flat red, I guess. Then we get this quite poor, dark, I guess they're trying to make it look moody, but I've never been a fan of this type of photography in car brochures. But this again is a basic model, a four-door this time. DX in burgundy mica. No wheel trims even on the four-door, so that really is a basic model. Text for the base model, nothing stretches your dollars like a 2 or 4-door DX. Get a taste of the good life with full carpeting, dual side mirrors, remote fuel lid, trunk releases and convenient 60/40 split and fold down seat back. The penny pinching optional 3-speed automatic transmission includes power steering on the 4-door. And then we do get another really dark image of the interior. Again, it's pretty forgettable, isn't it? Let's go back in time. Because when we do go back in time, well, we're really left with a thought that maybe we should stay back in time, because all of a sudden the Tercel becomes a very interesting vehicle from what became quite forgettable and just reliable. I'm thinking particularly about the four-wheel drive wagons we can see there at the top left, which we'll get to in a moment. But even the little 3-doors looked a lot more fun in many different ways. We'll start at the top where it starts talking about the 3-door liftbacks, and then we'll circle our way to that fantastic wagon. So the 3-door liftbacks, Tercel for 1983 is totally redesigned. It moves beyond its class. It defines its own class. Over 100 significant improvements make Canada's best loved Toyota even more lovable inside. It has the most room in its class, enough to carry 5 adults in comfort. Outside, the slick new body is shaped for super mileage. A terrific fuel rating of 5.4 litres per 100 kilometres or 52.3 miles per gallon. The 3-door liftbacks puts the fun back into every type of driving. Rack and pinion steering gives the SR5 model especially sporting handling. The new 1.5 litre engine gives even the standard, the lowest price Tercel economy and pep. Front wheel drive Tercels are tops in value. They put the sport back into transportation. And then we get another of these in motion dark moody spots. I'm not going to dwell too much on that, but moving down. So apologies for some of the reflections. This brochure seems to attract more than the others, but it's very simple, but I quite like the design of this one. Yeah, again, you could argue it's a bit forgettable. It's only a 3-door hatchback, but still, I do quite like this much more than the newer models for sure. A bit more character, I think. For me though, when I think Tercel, I think of this model. Such a, I don't know, it's just something that's always stuck in my mind, these particularly 4-wheel drive wagons, and we can see it in this Canadian brochure, really quite looking like it's really in its element. I do miss these type of vehicles. We'll read the text again, and we'll also look at the 5-door liftbacks, and we'll look at the interiors as well. So as for the ultimate in safety and reliability, look at the newest member of the Tercel family, the all-new 1983 wagon. Features Toyota top technology like front-wheel drive traction, and at the flick of a lever, you have the confidence of 4-wheel drive with the ingenious 6-speed overdrive transmission. The wagon is a unique way to haul up to 59.8 cubic feet of cargo economically, and when the snows begin or you run out of paved road, it's how you get the family home safely. For camping or commuting on demand, 4-wheel drive gives you fingertip control over some of Canada's worst driving conditions. Both the SR5 and Deluxe models have full passenger comforts inside and distinctive styling outside, plus Toyota toughness throughout. take command with the all-new Tercel front-wheel drive, four-wheel drive wagon. But it's not just the outside, even the inside was interesting on these. Look at that fabulous interior, great use of colour in there, very unusually styled front seats as well. Yeah, the designers were actually trying with this, I think. It tells us the SR5 wagon interior, high-tech meets luxury inside the all-new SR5 wagon. From the reclining front sport seats to tachometer and digital clock, it makes the going great. The driver's seat cushion, for example, adjusts vertically, front and rear, and the power sunroof option makes getting there civilised, wind-blown and exhilarating. So that, for me, is the memorable one. But there is more. There's also a 5-door liftback. The Tercel 5-door liftbacks love families. They've got spaciousness and safety features like larger power-assisted front disc rear drum brakes, and even the standard model has child-proof rear door locks and floor anchors for infant seats. The liftbacks have a smooth ride under a full load from McPherson struts all round. For economy, the deluxe model comes with a 5-speed manual overdrive transmission, easy on gas yet quick and responsive. That's Tercel family value. And there is the 5-door. Hatchbacks were always the thing at this sort of time in Europe, not so much in North America of course, but certainly would have been a practical car. You can even see that one's got a steel sunroof on there as well. I'm going to end with my favourite Tercel really in this 1984 brochure. It says step high in any weather. Yeah, it was an interesting car. Reminds me a bit of the Rancho, although that wasn't 4-wheel drive. This one is. Yeah, I just like the overall styling of these. Interesting alloy wheels as well, but you can almost see that they were actually considering this as an off-road vehicle. You can see the approach angle has been thought out. And of course that rearward most window being very unusual, and those very distinctive rear lights. Here's one playing in the snow. A final look at that interior. Very interesting interior, different colour this time, but yeah, no less interesting. But nevertheless, at least we can say one of the Tercels was not just reliable, but also an interesting vehicle. But there we go. Do you remember these? Did you own one? How did you get on? I'm sure rust was probably an issue with these, as many cars at this sort of time period in the 80s. I'm sure they got a little bit better though. But comment your thoughts and feelings as always. Just a quick episode to keep us going, but thank you so much for watching today. Many more episodes to come. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so. It is completely free. You'll never be charged to be a subscriber, and thank you to all the loyal following. Please do take care. I'll add a couple more boxes to this side if you want to continue viewing. We've got over 900 episodes of Course Light now, so something for everybody. Dig in that back catalogue, many interesting models there, and I seem to remember there is an actual Toyota Tercel episode, as in this 4-wheel drive version from the UK. I might have to dig for that one though, that was quite some time ago. But thank you so much for watching. Please do take care. We'll see you again very soon. All the best and goodbye.